but it has given me some really good truths that have stuck with me that I'm like, wow, that's incredible. Hello there, welcome. My name is Lauren and I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 girls ages 9, 8, and 4. And today's video is extra special because it is part of a huge collaboration hosted by Jennifer from Family of 3 Homeschool. This collaboration is a Masterbooks collaboration. So there are moms who use Masterbooks for all of their subjects. There's moms like me who just use it for 1 or 2. So if you are interested in any Masterbooks subjects, please check out the list below, the playlist. I will link that in the description. Also, there's a giveaway. 3 lucky winners will be chosen to receive a $100 gift card to christianbook.com. Super exciting. So make sure you check out my description below. That will give all the details of how you can enter the giveaway. Don't forget to check out the playlist, the giveaway. Make sure you head over to Jennifer's channel. She is the host of this wonderful collaboration. So before I get started, it's a funny, well, kind of a funny story. I don't know, more ironic, I guess. I had already filmed this video, and several days later, Jennifer reached out to me and was like, hey, I'm doing a Masterbooks collaboration. Would you mind doing a video on why you love more than words? And I was like, yes, I want to be part of the collaboration. And yes, I've already filmed the video. So I hadn't published it or posted it yet. And so this video was filmed a little bit ago, but I did just want to clarify that the first half of the video, I will be discussing my review on the level 1 of More Than Words that we did. That's for grades 1 to 3. Level 2 is what we will be starting this upcoming school year. That is for grades 4 to 6. I will be doing a flip through. So you'll kind of see a review of the first one and then a flip through of the second one. So that's how it's going to be laid out. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started into the video. And again, make sure you check out the playlist below and don't forget to enter the giveaway. All right, let's get started with the video. Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Lauren. So today I'm going to be sharing about More Than Words, level 2. A little bit of level 1, but mostly level 2. The reason I'm making this video is because I was in the middle, this is very impromptu, I was in the middle of filming my morning basket subjects video, and I was just going on and on about More Than Words, and I was like, you know what, this needs just to be its own video. So I want to do, I just want to share how it's blessed me personally in my life and how I feel like it's going to help shape my girls and shape their view of God, which is very important to establish when children are this age. It's going to impact who they are and how they see God forever. And that is huge. And I think having the right tools and the right resources to make that mark and to establish that foundation is so important. And I'm really realizing that the older my children get and the more I just come, to see life and how it is, I realize how important it is when they're young to give them the proper understanding of like who God really is. So I think I love More Than Words, and although I don't think that this is the only thing that you should be using, or I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but for me and our family, it's working really well and we really love it, and it's been a blessing to me personally. I just really want to just say how much it's meant to me and how it has honestly, I wouldn't say it's like radically changed my view of God or anything. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of who He is, but it has given me some really good truths that have stuck with me that I'm like, wow, that's incredible. So if that sounds like something that might be interesting to you, please stay tuned for this video. Now, in my other morning basket video, I was like, I'm probably not going to do the level 2 of More Than Words. I knew there was a level 2. I had looked at the samples and I was like, no, because this is technically for grades 4th grade to 6th grade, and my oldest is just in 4th grade, and then my other 2 are in 2nd grade and kindergarten. So I looked through everything out there. I feel like maybe I missed a few things, and I even, I don't know. There's a lot of great things out there. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that this is the only type of Bible curriculum out there, but, and there were some great things, but what I wanted for my children, this kind of just met all of those needs. What I really, really love about this is it isn't just the Bible stories. The first More Than Words was like teaching about God. Who is God? Who am I to God? Who is the Trinity? And it had key truths, and it did character development, and it did picture studies and hymn studies, and it had a very Charlotte Mason feel, which I really loved, because I did want to bring those elements into our school and in our morning time, and this did it all for me. And so that I really loved. But much deeper than that, more than that, honestly, is the truths that it spoke to my heart as a, as a grown woman who's been doing the church and Christian school thing and all that my whole life. Like, it taught me truths. And so if I can get something out of it, then I really, really want to use this for my children, who I want them to get these truths at a young age. One of them I remember was, God has good thoughts about you. And not only does he think good thoughts about you, he has more good thoughts about you than hairs on your head and the sand on the sea. And we know, we've heard that in the fact of, like, he knows the number of hair on our head. And then Abraham would have more children than sand, sand in the world, stars in the sky. But that's how many thoughts, good thoughts, God thinks about us. I have never heard that before in my entire life. And I was just blown away by that. And that is something that stuck with me. And there's those little nuggets found all throughout the book. And for that reason alone, I love the way that it is portraying God, and that it is teaching my God it is teaching my girls who God really is. There was an entire lesson, and it was just on all of these things that we are to God, just from different scriptures that we read and we went through and highlighted it, and then we wrote it down. And I just told my girls, look at all of these things that we are to God, and look at how meaningful and how much we mean to him, and how much he cares for us, and how much he not only loves us, but really wants what's best for us, and what his character is, and all these intricacies that may get overlooked if we're solely just teaching Bible stories. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. I do it myself. There's both. You need both. I just think that this is such, it's so deep, but not deep that it's over their head. I think it is very age appropriate. And so when I was reading the samples again of this book, I was just like, I have to get this again. So it's broken into 4 quarters. I'll just say this. First quarter is who is God. Second is who am I to God. So it looks like it's laid out the same way as the first one, walking with God, and then the great relationship. So this one is definitely more, you can tell it is for older children, but I still think that my kindergartner can still get something from this. I only got 2 books. I got one for my 2nd grader and one for my 4th grader, just because there's more writing and things like that. And my kindergartner is fine to just listen. She likes to participate, but she also knows that they do more writing and things in here. So this is different in the fact that there's no like coloring page like there was in the first one. I was gonna say the original one. No, the first one, the first level, which is again grades 1 to 3. But so how they're still incorporating picture studies, it's still incorporating art, it's still incorporating character studies where they do a different character every single week. It's not only doing a lesson, but it's also like thinking about it and having the child interact. And they can either answer, like just give an oral narration, and or they can write it down, just depending on their level and their comfort of writing. Again, so it's not like they have to be writing a whole paragraph. They could just be saying the answer out loud, depending on how you feel. What else? It looks like there's missions every single week, and when I saw like, a mission of like like a mission of like kind of like a Mission Impossible spy type thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't know. That looks like a lot, but they actually look pretty, not too bad. They don't look like they're a ton of work or anything like that. I was reading through a few of them, and so those don't look too bad, and you can always skip them if you're not really into that type of thing. It also has like a thesaurus in the back of their character studies. It has a synonym and an antonym, and so they have to look it up in either like a dictionary, a thesaurus, or the glossary in the back. They have a thesaurus in the back, and then so it's just giving them those little skills as an extra bonus. And then they have to write down like what their favorite antonym is and favorite synonym is in the blank. So there are little things like there's crossword puzzles in here. There's just little different activities, and that is another thing that was important to me because while my girls are fine listening and things like that, they like to have hands-on-ish interactive, and by hands-on I mean like, you know, they like to do things like crossword puzzles or filling in blanks. Like they like to do that type of thing. So this has all of that as well. You could do as little of that or as much of that as you want to. And I did decide we are just going to do this 2 years. We're going to make this 2 years. This is a lot thicker than the first book, and we took our time with the first book and it lasted us 2 years. So I'm definitely taking my time. No rush. We will do about a page or so a day of this, and it'll last us 2 years. But if you are looking for something that's not just teaching Bible stories, but it is including character and the attributes of God, and you know, incorporating Charlotte Mason style studies as well, this one I really highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. And I will say you probably want to do it with your kids and not just them by themselves. I think in order to get the most out of it, it's got to be something done together. I wouldn't recommend doing that as like an independent work thing. I would recommend it to do together, like as a group. So what did you guys like about More Than Words?
At the start, the pictures were really fun.
The pictures were fun to color?
Yeah, and do you want me to say the verse that I remember?
Yeah, what verse do you remember?
I think one of the ones was God is always with me.
God is always with, yeah, that was
That's
a key truth. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Larissa, what did you like about it?
A, the pictures were fun, and B, I liked their little story/metaphor things.
You like the stories and
at
the
the
metaphors?
beginning of the week.
Yeah. Lola, are you coughing up a hairball there? What did you like about More Than Words?
Because the key truth is what only God key truth is, and she loves God.
Go ahead.
God
God what?
He made us. God comforts us.
God comforts us and made us. Okay, very good.